Let's start the program. Japanese Trader Radio Part.061. Today is May 31st, 2026, Sunday by Gift and Craft. 1FX, 11 Surveillance, 111 Price Movement, 1111 this week's bid price of the target currency pair on dollar from 1.349 to 1.343. The pound was gradually weakening, but it began to recover midway through the week. I was able to keep up with the price movements, so I learned a lot. 1112, this week's bid price movement of all currency pairs. Dollar yen plus 20 pips, euro yen plus 100 pips, pound yen plus 40 pips, euro dollar plus 60 pips, pound dollar plus 20 pips, euro pound plus 40 pips. 112, economic indicator. 1121, this week's economic indicators. 28th, Thursday, 21:30, the US GDP growth rate QOQ second East. The actual is 1.6%. 29th, Friday, 15:45, France inflation rate YY. The actual is 2.4%. 29th, Friday, 18, Italy inflation rate YY. The actual is 3.2%. 29th, Friday, 21, Germany inflation rate YY. The actual is 2.6%. 1122, next week's economic indicators. First, Monday, 23, the US ISM manufacturing PMI. Second, Tuesday, 18, EU inflation rate YY flash. Third, Wednesday, 23, the US ISM services PMI. Fifth, Friday, 21:30, the US unemployment rate. The US non-farm payrolls. 113, this week's news and events that want to be factored in. Iranian war and taco. 114, next week's FX trading strategy and tactics. The US dollar began to weaken in the latter half of this week. The euro rebounded more strongly than the pound. I want to monitor euro dollar. 12, order. Number 21, verification. I completely misjudged the sudden shift in the pound's value due to the stabilization of the situation in Iran. Number 22, new order pound dollar sell 1.34985. There are absolutely no signs of a reversal on the longer time frame. Since the sale is made at the peak, the stop-loss range is narrow and the risk-reward ratio is high, so I believe this is an entry worth trying. Verification. I got caught in a wide spread early in the morning. The consolidation lasted longer than expected, but my forecast wasn't wrong. Number 23, new order, pound dollar, sell 1.34826. The possibility of the pound recovering following the resolution of the Iran war still lingers. It's about time I started to see the effects of the UK House of Commons by-election of June 18th. From a relatively long-term perspective, I believe I can expect price movements that are not derived from the US dollar. Trail, stop order 1.34030. I had hoped it would break through around 1.33700, but it reserved sharply, so I placed a stop loss order with the intention of taking profits. Verification. Since I should have known that the price movement would be small, it would have been better to place a limit order on the first target from the beginning. Number 24, new order, pound dollar, buy 1.34217. It also seems like a hasty buyback. Both limit orders and stop loss orders represent small, narrow trades. It's a reasonable decision to take advantage of small price fluctuations. Verification. The pound strengthened against the dollar following reports that Iran and the US had agreed on a provisional arrangement aimed at extending the ceasefire and ending the war. After entering the trade, the price plummeted to around 1.3407 before surging above 1.3450. In other words, if I had placed my stop loss 5 to 10 pips further back, I would have won. Abstraction for the manual. Trade number 24 resulted in a loss. However, combined with the profit-taking decision in trade number 3, I am starting to get the grasp of the market trend. I think it's important to value possibilistic judgment, and I shouldn't dwell solely on the loss this time. To stop, to one surveillance, to one 会社式法 surveillance, 7504, 高速 wholesale, lightweight packaging materials for food products, uptrend. Food containers are performing well, leading to consecutive record profits, strengthening the foundation through aggressive investment. 212 Holding Brand Surveillance 4858 Power X 14,720 13,510 13,590 13,020 11,565. This weekend, the stock hit its lower limit due to a lack of further positive news following the stock spirit X dividend date. It fell below the pre-stock spirit price of 12,000 yen, which had been seen as a support level. 2-2 Inspection. Before buying order, AI and semiconductor stocks are sorting, so I'm thinking of riding the short-term wave. 285A Kyokusha, Investor Relations Day is scheduled for June 2nd. Considering that a significant portion of the expected price has already been priced in, there is a risk that this could trigger a sell-off. Technically, the stock is also at the upper end of its trading range. 2-3 Order Buying 9984 Sopran Group. There have been reports that OpenAI aims to go public in September 2026. Globally, stocks with large market capitalization tend to experience a period of sideways price movement starting 1 to 2 months before their IPO. Based on this, I speculated that Sopran Group has room to rise until the end of June. Selling 485A Power X. There are several opportunities to sell. The stock price hit its daily limit high ahead of the earnings announcement on May 14th. Looking at the financial results, I felt that sales weren't growing as much as the stock price movement suggested. I had become stuck in a dogma of holding on to the stock until the end of 2026, and my thinking had become paralyzed. The reason for this was a recent lack of interest in stock trading. I learned a lot. 3-1 Regarding the incident involving Giants manager Abe. In one case, the daughter of Giants manager Shinnosuke Abe was assaulted by him, and on the advice of ChatGPT, she reported the incident to Child Protective Services. As a result, he was arrested on the spot and forced to resign as manager. Many persons are expressing their opinions on this issue from various perspectives. My point is that there are far too many people who apply their own preferred narrative to a situation and offer commentary without fully understanding the facts. Even if the facts were to become clear, people will have different opinions on how to evaluate those facts, so disagreements will likely remain. While understanding that Japan has become a diverse society, I want to be mindful of this and live my life accordingly. 3-2 Experience at the Mahjong parlor. I enjoyed playing real Mahjong for the second time in my life. Although my performance was at the lowest level, I have no regrets about my results. I reflected on two things. First, I was unable to announce the score while paying attention to the discarded tiles. Second, I was unfamiliar with handling the tiles. Until the next league match announcement arrives, I'll refrain from watching Mahjong videos and focus on other things. 3. Focus on trading. I'll focus on FX trading and stock trading. I need to stick to my trading rules and focus on my work, housework, and English. Conversely, I had developed a habit of slacking off on work, housework, and English. Thank you for listening. Bye.